Alrighty, guys. Well, would you guys be surprised if I told you Ironheart was coming out in literally 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks? 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. Just about 2 weeks. Maybe by the time you're listening to this podcast, maybe about a week. It's coming soon. And there has been, dare I say, negative fanfare around this show over the last 5 years. This show was announced almost 5 years ago, I think. I think 2022, so maybe not 5 years, but like 3 or 4 years ago, this show was announced. And it was going to come out in 2022 or 2023. It was announced to be coming out such a long time ago, and it was finished filming in 2022, I believe, right after Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and then it just went quiet. For some reason, and I'm sure we'll get an explanation someday, not soon probably, but someday we'll get some explanations as to why this show was so delayed and went through such troubles in its production. I don't know what the answer is. I truthfully don't. Maybe it'll come out and maybe we'll find out that this show just really had a bad story or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know what the problem was. Maybe it was the VFX with Ironheart, the suit. No idea. From my vantage point, by the way, before we even talk about anything else in the trailer, the suit looks good, in my opinion, or the visuals look good, in my opinion. So, for what it's worth, if the visuals were the problem, then I think they did a good job. But that's just based on a few shots in the trailer. But anyways, Ironheart has just really, since she appeared, Riri Williams appeared in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which, while I liked Dominique Thorne enough, I thought that the inclusion of the character felt very odd and forced, and so I wasn't quite sure what she was doing there. Regardless, we've been waiting for the show for such a long time, and it's finally coming out. This show, though, has a little bit of an unfortunate situation because it is essentially carrying the torch of the final show to come out that is of the Bob Chapek era. And I know that Vision Quest is still technically under the mantle of, we're not going to make shows like Vision Quest anymore. We're not going to make shows about titular Avengers anymore. But it was still written and produced and it's being filmed. It's not even filming yet. I think it's going to be filming later. Under the new, let's really focus on quality, let's make it so that it's a really good TV show, etc., right? I think Vision Quest, Wonder Man, you're going to start to see all that happening, Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I think Ironheart, unfortunately, just had to be the last project in the MCU that was a part of that regime of turmoil from, I would say, 2022 to 2024-ish, where you just had projects coming out left and right, and people didn't really know what to think about it. So regardless of how good the show actually ends up being, I think it's just going to be unfortunate that it is a sort of a representation of that. Regardless, let's just take a look at the trailer. Let's take a look at the show. I would maintain, regardless of whatever you think about the, all that kind of stuff, let's just take the show on its own merits. And so a new trailer has come out because, again, I really think that Marvel needs to, either the show is not good and Marvel is trying to hide it, kind of like Echo, it's not going to lie, or, and again, I liked Echo enough. I thought it was fine. But, Marvel clearly didn't have confidence in it, and it really just decided to hide the show. And I don't know if that's what's going on here with Ironheart, but they put out another trailer about a week and a half before the show is actually coming out. And the trailer is fine. I think it's fine. Like I said, I think I like the visuals. I like the suit. I like all those kinds of things going on. I like that it's more of a grounded kind of show. I think that it's taking place in Chicago, so I like that it seems like it's going to be very based in the city. It's not going to, like, how Miss Marvel was taking place in Jersey City, I believe. And again, if you've seen my rewatch of Miss Marvel and my initial review of Miss Marvel way back in 2022, you'll know that the parts of the show that I didn't love as much was when she went to Pakistan, because not because I didn't like the cultural stuff that was going on there and whatnot. It just felt like a departure. It felt like a tonal shift in the show where I was really enjoying the stuff going on with her in Jersey City. I think that it, just to spend the whole season with her in Jersey City, and then maybe season 2 she goes off to worldwide and across the globe. That would have been fun. But anyways, I like that it seems like, it's going to be, this show is going to be planted in Chicago, and we're going to get to see Riri Williams really develop as a character there and see her roots and origins. Other than that, though, nothing spectacular. We don't get to see a whole lot of Anthony Ramos in this trailer. We saw a little bit more of him in last trailer. This trailer has a little bit more of Alden Ehrenreich, infamously or famously, depending on what you think, played Han Solo, the young Han Solo in Solo, a Star Wars story. But other than that, we get some hints here that magic is going to be part of the suit itself, which I think is interesting. We'll have to see how that plays into the just the way that she differentiates herself from Iron Man. Because let's be honest, I know that she's not Iron Man, right? It's clear, but she is wearing an Iron Man suit, Iron Man adjacent suit, whatever they want to call it, Ironheart suit, obviously. And it's gonna have to do something to differentiate itself from just being an Iron Man, not ripoff, but you know what I mean. And I think that that's just unfortunate because it's just you call yourself Iron something, right? And it's just kind of there. And I didn't particularly love the AI thing at the end as well. I think it's fine, but I don't know if that's going to be gimmicky or not. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's nothing in the trailer to me that screams this is going to be terrible, but there's also nothing in the trailer that screams to me this is going to be something special. And I mean, I've been fooled before. I was really starting to get off board of Agatha all along by the time it reached the last 3 episodes. But the last 3 episodes really did a whole lot to sell the show to me. And so I don't know, maybe the show can be something really good, even though I have no excitement for it in particular. And a show like Daredevil Born Again, I think is, we had such excitement for it. And I think looking back on it, I don't particularly love the season. I like a lot of parts of the season, but as a season of television, I don't love it. So, being excited for something, anticipating something, having good trailers, it's not always going to equate to what the product ends up being. So we'll see with Ironheart. I'm a little worried because there had to have been a reason the show didn't come out years ago, right? It would have made sense after Black Panther Wakanda Forever that this is one of the first shows to come out. It was done filming in 2022 or 2023. I don't know why this show took so long to come out, and so I think that's really more of an intriguing thing to me than anything else. But guys, what did you think about this second trailer for Ironheart? Are you excited for the show? The first 3 episodes, I think, are coming out on June 24th, so that's interesting. I don't know. Again, they dumped all of Echo at once, and that seemed to be an indication that they didn't have a whole lot of faith in it, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see about that. Let me know what you thought about the trailer in the comments down